With the increase in ransomware attacks year over year, a layered security approach must be implemented to ensure protection of data in the enterprise. This short video will provide an overview and demonstration of a joint solution which includes Progress Flowmon Anomaly Detection capabilities, along with Superna Ransomware Defender for Dell PowerScale. This use case will include some business-critical applications that leverage Dell PowerScale for storing and accessing data. Superna Ransomware Defender to protect the storage based on patterns of data access that are indicative of ransomware attacks. And Flowmon Collector with the Anomaly Detection System module, ADS, which will be fed flow data from devices on the network such as switches, routers, and/or Flowmon probes to gain full visibility of any malicious activities. With this level of visibility, Flowmon delivers early detection of threat actors in the environment, and in the event this type of activity is identified, the Flowmon Collector can produce actions to alert and triggers to proactively protect the data. Before I get into the demonstration, I'd like to provide some of the configuration required on both Superna Ransomware Defender and Flowmon ADS. Starting off with Superna, there are many actions that can be implemented in the solution to protect the data. This example, I'd like Superna to capture a snapshot when Flowmon identifies a threat actor on the network. So I'll just need to log into Ransomware Defender and create a critical path to ensure I'm protecting the data when the API is called. Next, I already leveraged the API Explorer to capture the actual API command and API key to send to Ransomware Defender. This will be highlighted and applied later in the video. Onto the Flowmon ADS configuration. The Flowmon Collector is set up and is receiving flow data from the necessary devices on the network. So within the ADS module, I first want to navigate the settings and ensure that my data feed is indeed active and analyzing flows. Next, I want to ensure the methods I want to be alerted on are started. The filters is where I can define the networks that I want to include in my monitoring. Perspectives is where I can define what methods to use and what priority each should be assigned. For the purposes of this demonstration, I've created a very granular perspective called DivCom scans. Within this perspective, I've assigned just two methods which I classified as critical. DivCom, which will alert on detection of devices with diverse communications based on IP and destination ports. And scans, as the name implies, detection of TCP scans on the network. It is with these two early detection methods that threat actors will use that I'd like to initiate protection of the data within the Dell PowerScale storage. I could add additional methods across the priorities by simply clicking the Add and selecting the method and any other advanced settings. As you can see from some of these out-of-the-box perspectives, they can be heavily populated with different methods threat actors use. Again, this demonstration is only providing an example, so the perspective should be set up based on requirements and recommendations from the security team within the organization. Moving on to notifications, I would like an email to be sent to the security operations team to alert on this unusual activity on the network. So by simply providing a name for the notification, selecting my perspective, providing an email address or addresses for the notification to be sent, along with sender information and any custom comments and preferences. I'm setting the priority as critical as I want the alert to be immediate when this activity is identified. Now to enable the automated trigger to proactively protect the data. Navigate the system settings and custom scripts. Here, I've already imported a custom script to the Superna API. This script is just the API command, which includes the API key I extracted earlier from the API Explorer. Now, I just need to associate the script with the perspective. So back to custom actions, custom scripts, simply select the script, select the perspective, select the priority, and ensure that the action is active. I have a client running in the environment which I'll use to simulate different threats on my network. As a member of the SecOps distribution group, I see an email come into my inbox to alert me on some unusual activities and information on the interaction between Flowmon and Superna. From within this alert, I can click the ID which will launch into the Flowmon ADS module and provide me with details on the activity that can be used later for the forensic discovery. If I click Analysis, I get a view of what else is going on in the environment. I have the ability to view this within the last hour, hours, days, weeks, or months. If I select a different perspective, I can see there's other activities happening, which include, in this case, a dictionary attack. And as my simulation script continues to run, other attack methods will become clear. In addition to the details of events within the ADS module, a dashboard can be created to provide an overview of what's happening on the network. The dashboard I added is based on my ADS perspective and provides an overview of what's happening from a security standpoint based on the MITRE ATT&CK framework. Some added widgets provide some detail to devices that are tied to the events, as well as the events that have been identified. Having a look at the Superna Ransomware Defender side of things to ensure that the proactive snapshot was taken even prior to any connection attempts being made to the Dell PowerScale environment. As we can see, just moments after the threat actor was identified, a snapshot was taken to ensure the data is protected from any exfiltration attempts. Superna can also issue an alert for the storage admins that a snapshot was taken so that all teams are notified of the event. As data is the lifeblood of every organization, the need to provide this layered protection is no longer an option, but an absolute necessity as threat actors become more sophisticated in their attempt to gain access. For more information, contact your Progress or Superna sales representatives. Thanks for watching.